In the StockX mentorship program, we've been absolutely on fire on all our callouts, our predictions, and our key analysis that we've been given in the room. Now, predicting the market is not an easy task. It requires a great sense of analytical ability as well as confidence and strict determination. We have developed a model that has helped us determine that information. Now, in certain points of the model, and this is very rare, all levels break through. In these situations, sometimes bias can result, but we understand that when our key inflection point, our final number breaks, and we're starting to see a trend through that for many different stocks, you know that the market is in a full potential squeeze mode. Knowing when the market is in a squeeze mode is going to help you make thousands, if not millions of dollars potentially. We made a lot of profits this week because of that reason here. We told everyone on our social media at the beginning of the week that it's likely that S&P 500 will hit new highs and potentially test 6150 once it was prior to it testing 6100. Now, a lot of people were shocked to hear this. We mentioned this on Twitter and talked about it continuously throughout our social media platform. We provided a lot of trades and discussed the key reason why the market was exploding. And the reason is because NVDA was leading and it was breaking towards new highs. The market is breaking out on the AI trades, and AI stocks have been seeing new bounce. Now, based off all this information here, we want to go over how our success manages to unfold based off our key analytical ability here. So we're going to be first talking about our gamma report, explain how that works, and then talk about our level 3 system. Usually our level 3 system is the complete top level that we foresee in the market, and many times this has been the top. But when we start to see a trend where all stocks are breaking through this key inflection point, we know that the market has an opportunity to go to new heights. So let's go into it and let's break it down in great detail. So at this time, the S&P 500 is well beyond our level 3, which we imagined it to be at 6081. Now, playing this here, we see that actually on Tuesday, we called out a 500% winning trade for the following day just because SPX was at a bullish breakout zone. We took SPX overnight. It opened at around 60.70 and we made around 500% at this particular zone here. We waited for SPX to calm down, go back to our inflection point, and then we got our Friday premiums, which was the 6150s. Those 6150s, we got at around $3 to $4, and they absolutely exploded. Those 6150 calls ended up going to a high of around $13. My apologies, we got around $2. So they ended up really going nuts, and we also took a lot of profits off that particular play. So if we go into the numbers over here, you can see that all our trades that we call out is pretty much pre-announced. Pretty much all the intentions are always provided. A lot of our trades this week have been complete absolute winners with Broadcom, NVIDIA as well. We called out multiple SPX plays. We called out Tesla at the beginning of the week, and a lot of SPX plays, which resulting in multiple profits with a lot of members making a lot of money this week here. Wednesday was a little bit slow, and we understand that was more of a setup day, but this week we definitely banked on multiple Broadcom PLTR plays that went to 80%. SPX callouts 6150s and SMCI. So everything you could imagine that went insane, including coin, we were in it. We were involved in that particular trade here. Now there's a lot of trades to go over, and I want to just talk about strictly why the market we believed it to be complete ripper mode. Okay, it's kind of funny actually, but you know, we got some heat from some trolls that 6150 would not happen this week, right? Ignoring the noise here, you can see that by July, sorry, by June, which is June 25th. Okay, so that was yesterday. We said that 6150 would come, right? And this is where a lot of people were acting bearish here. We actually knew that the 6150 would happen by Tuesday. So we knew a day before, but we mentioned this on social media a little bit later here, okay? So that's how our confidence was happening, and a lot of people didn't really see that as a possibility that the S&P 500 would break to new heights. But as per our model here, when we see that the S&P 500 is breaking beyond all our level 3s, that's when we know it's in a complete gamma zone. Now, going into the gamma report here, this here measures probability. Okay, so we gave a prediction. I said that SPX is weak and choppy if 6100 holds, meaning it's trading around 6100. We gave the edge to the upside, and we mentioned that it's likely to see 6130 plus a slow grind chop. That explains exactly what happened today here. Okay, the market was on a slow grind. As you guys can see here on the daily chart, it was moving very slow, and then eventually start to pick up slowly. It started to base here for a bit, and then once it broke through 6130, it hit our level 1 bullish right over here. It had a little bit of rejection and then recovered to level 2, and then pretty much has been dancing in this range here, and it hit our 6150s here. Okay, so very interesting to see that. And we mentioned that we're likely to see 6130. So using this information, we could see the gamma report. Now this is going to be key here, because 6150, this here measures probability of both sides of it likely to happen. This here is a bullish distribution that explains how far along the S&P 500 can go. Now, explaining this gamma here requires some knowledge about statistics and probability analysis, which I'm an expert in. But overall, you can see right over here that the probability around 6130, 6140 was quite minimal. But if the market remained under 6100, that's when it was kind of weak there. So analyzing the probabilities of these gamma zones is how we manage to know they range and figure that out on our own detail. A lot of people don't really understand it, and we are experts at it. So we explain it in the room, and we communicate using these charts and information to determine how far something along is going to go here. Now, based off this here, you see the S&P 500 bounce right off our inflection point and now going to new heights. I personally believe, because this is the 6150 is a call wall, so you're likely to see a pullback on a Friday. This pullback is likely to take you to 6100 retest over here. Okay, so this is where we see it being a strong support in the market at this time here. So market is likely to see a strong, very strong support at around this area over here, and it's most likely can chop within range heading into the June 4th weekend. So next week is a short week because of July 4th. Sorry, July 4th weekend is going to happen. Okay, so we're likely to see this by Friday. So I expect a little bit of a pullback on a Friday, and then eventually see that. Tesla is also trading somewhat in our chop range here. Very tough to play here. It has to get through 336 for it to really move. It stopped around exactly at our level 2 bullish, which we've seen over there. So it's most likely going to go to 336 to the upside here. So if you guys want to see our model here, we actually gave these numbers ahead of time. As you guys can see, June 22nd here, estimated weekly high was 360, and our level 2 was 355, which is right over here. So it's likely to test that 336. So I would rather play the upside than the downside at this time, because now if it gets through the chop range, it could get there. NVIDIA got through our level 3 here. Okay, so when this happened here, that's when we knew it was a strong point. Jumping in at this level 3 was a key idea. Broadcom also rejected our level 3 multiple times here, but then eventually got through. So I believe you might see Broadcom retest this level 3 again. Okay, so watch to see that. Meta also broke through, so this is how we knew a lot of these gammas were hitting. You see that core weaves bouncing off our level 2 bear, so that is a key inflection point. SMCI hit our level 2 and then just popped here. This 50 is going to be very tough for SMCI. Okay, so just be aware of that. It may retest 46 into tomorrow here. Netflix looks like it can stop at our level 3 here. So just be aware of that. It stopped right here temporarily, broke out in the bullish breakout range, and now headed towards the level 3. ARM is now sitting at our level 3, not much to do here. PLTR rejected my level 2 multiple times here. Okay, so when my level 2 hit, that means trend's going to be confirmed, and you eventually will see some upside here. So if it gets through 46 again, or potentially 148, you may see hit 150 here. And coin, we absolutely crushed this as well. So coin, it opened at a high at around 370. We knew that we needed to see 348 in order to get back in, and we got back in at that particular point, and it completely ripped here. In the room, we have bots and systems that have been giving amazing entry points as well. We explained this on social media here, that our AI trading bot has been a game changer in performing and providing alerts. So looking at this bot here, for example, we basically see here that our Discord bot gave a option alert to buy the coin 370 call retest at 3.5. Okay, so looking at that information here, that was going to be a vital entry point on coin, and it was a key idea to get into that particular play. That play later hit, and we called it got the fill right there, and it went to beyond 7, and it went to around 12. Okay, so these are the bots that allow us to find these amazing trades, and we look forward to constantly implementing them as well. We also call on multiple SPY trades, so this is where the alert was reached at that particular zone, and this here was a great trade for a lot of members, and did very well here. Okay, so a lot of moving parts in this market here. Every trade that we dropped, pretty much we only had one bad trade, but this week. But we were in Meta's, SMCI, SPX, multiple SPX plays, multiple SPY plays, everything you can think of that ripped this week. We were in it. We were even in the NVDA 147 calls. So that was very interesting. We seen it happen before anyone else did. Okay, so that's everything that's going on in the model. When there's an opportunity for a gamma squeeze, we will find it. We are not biased traders. We know exactly where the probability of the market is going to be. And just to confirm, we believe there might be a little bit of pullback, as if SPX remains under 6150. Friday, you might see the premiums call down as writers take over. But at 6150 and beyond, the market's going to go insane. I believe personally we're going to be chilling between 6100 and 6130. And that's going to be the chop range into the Friday, heading into the July 4th weekend. So I hope you guys enjoyed this post-market recap and you got a lot of education from it. We'll see you guys in the next one. And like always, let's get that money.